Hello everyone, I'm Tootsie2Ever and welcome to my trucking vlog episode 2. Unfortunately, I didn't sleep the greatest last night and my body doesn't let me sleep past 8 o'clock. My load doesn't pick up for a few more hours, so I start my morning routine by grabbing me a cup of coffee and usually a Danish. I need to grab some more since I'm running out. Unfortunately, when I was shaking my coffee, the lid came off and it went all over me, so I had a change in my pair of pants. And not only that, but when I put these new pair of pants on, I don't know if it's because of my trucker body or what, but I guess I'm getting fat because the string broke. Hopefully this isn't a sign of what's to come today. The next thing to do is pre-trip, as what my instructors would always tell me, as pre-trip is the most important thing about a truck driver, as you do not want to be driving down the road and then your trailer disconnects or you have a bunch of idiot lights come on. I'm always very paranoid about something coming loose, so I always do multiple pre-trips to make sure I actually have everything. Unfortunately, it is still snowing, but the roads don't look too terrible, so I shouldn't have too much of a problem. At least I hope. So let's go pick up this load. Now, unfortunately, this current load I'm about to be doing is a hyper fast load, which means it has a strict deadline to be picked up and delivered. I have to pick it up here in a few minutes and literally deliver it in Kansas City by 9 o'clock tonight. And then my next load is tomorrow morning at like 8 a.m. So this is going to be a really go type thing. So let's get to it. When I arrived at the shipper, I always try to just do a pull through, as even though I'm a truck driver, I try to avoid backing unless I absolutely have to. When I arrived here, of course the place was covered in snow and ice, so that was a little bit of a pain to get my truck to navigate through. Not only that, but I had to find my trailer in the middle of all these other trailers. I also had a problem with ice building up on my fifth wheel, so of course I had to knock that off in order to get the trailer locked. But once I finally got it, I was finally able to get out of here and get back on the road. Now that I finally got my load, I just did my call to let the shipper know that I'm on my way. And unfortunately, this is a heavy load, about 44,000 pounds, about probably 4 more thousand pounds than I thought it was going to be. So we have to weigh it at a scale. So I've never done that before, but this will be a interesting experience. So let's go. God, I really hope I did this right, because I'm at a weigh scale and this thing's so fucking confusing. It's like, oh my God. Now, if I'm overweight, there's a chance I could get a fine at a weigh station, and those fines can range from about $500 to $1,000 for every 10 pounds you're overweight. I'm not sure if that's entirely accurate, but it does add up. But either way, it does get really expensive, and I really don't want to get in trouble with DOT. I'm already trying my best to keep it together as it is, but...
One of the main things I really like when it comes to being a truck driver is the fact that you are just alone on the road, just you and your thoughts and the other drivers, as there's nothing much than just thinking about just random stuff whenever you're driving, as it does have a very relaxing feel to it.
Oh shit, moment of truth. So we hit our first weigh station in this truck, which I've got lucky every time because my loads were never heavy and they were always closed. So I hope to God this is actually good. God, I'm fucking nervous. Alright, so I am sitting on an on-ramp in the middle of Williams, Iowa. I was getting really hungry and my stomach was just growling, and I got some bread and some lunch meat and some cheese, and so I had to make me a quick little sandwich to eat. But I'm probably about 4 hours away, so I should be there very soon, which is good. So here we are in Kansas City. I was able to make it here with about an hour and 30 minutes to spare, but I also did a risk because I forgot to take my 30-minute break. So now I'm about to go sit in my truck for about an hour until I can finally be unloaded, and then we're gonna shut down for the night. After multiple attempts, I finally got my trailer in the hole, and they are finally unloading me. I wouldn't have been able to get in here unless it wasn't for this guy over there. He came out of his truck and was helping me, which is really good, as truck drivers are supposed to help other truck drivers when they're struggling. I always try to avoid backing whenever I can, so a lot of the times I just don't even attempt it unless I have to. All right, it is close to 11 o'clock over here, and I am about
10 minutes away from my next pickup, which I can't pick up until tomorrow morning. And unfortunately, I ran out of time on one of my clocks, and it takes like 11 hours for that to reset. As of right now, I'm not at a truck stop. I'm not anywhere else. I am literally just on the side of the road. I know you can't really see it, but it's dark, but I'm on the side of the road on a on-ramp, which is probably one of the more safest places to pull over. But yeah, this has been a very good day, and I am just really tired right now, so sleep time. Good morning, everyone. It is 8:30 on Thursday morning, and I just got woken up by a phone call from my leader saying that the shipper contacted them asking where the hell I am, as this load needs to be picked up on time. Problem is, it doesn't have to be picked up for another 2 hours, and I'm only 10 minutes away. So, I got some time to kill, guys. Don't worry, I'm gonna make it there. While I was doing my pre-trip for the day, I noticed that one of my trailer hoses was hanging pretty low to the ground. If it would have gotten even lower, I would have had a massive problem on my hands. But luckily, I had some zip ties in the truck, and now I got that fixed. So let's get to this shipper. I have just arrived at the shipper, and I was able to back in fine. It actually maybe took me less than like 15 minutes, which I was really surprised. So I think I'm finally getting the hang of it and getting better at this. Woohoo! Now, when it comes to truck driving, I don't have to deal with anything too crazy other than the minor annoyances or inconveniences. And this is one of them. The issue that I had was that my company GPS that is supposed to guide me and route me to all my destinations and locations, it did not give me a clear route to the shipper, so I had to use Google Maps. You're probably thinking, oh, what's so bad about using like Google Maps for your location? Here's the thing, Google Maps is only meant to navigate cars, not 73-foot semis. So I had to be very, very cautious, and my butthole was clenching every time I went under a bridge. After the shipper finally loaded me up a few hours later, I was able to get back on the road. This delivery had to be made in Houston, Texas, and I've got about 10 hours of driving to go. Obviously, I can't do all that in one sitting, and plus I had to get some fuel, not only for my truck, but also for me, as I was getting really hungry. Around 7 p.m., I had to pull into a truck stop as I was about 2 hours south of Tulsa in Oklahoma. I was hoping to see if I could get a shower here, but unfortunately they didn't have any, so it looks like I'm gonna have to improvise and use a Clorox shower. Hey, you gotta make do with what you can when you're living on the road. We'll make that the main goal for tomorrow, is to get a shower. That way I can show you guys what the process is like. But for now, let's get some shut-eye. Unfortunately, I froze once again as my bunk heater quit working and my truck turned off, so I woke up and it was like 32 degrees. Other than that, I woke up, got me some tea and a blueberry muffin for a good breakfast, did my pre-trip, and now we only got about 7 more hours to go, but we can knock that out pretty quick. During those 7 hours of driving, all I did was just listen to my music and throw my playlist on shuffle, as it was mostly just back roads and highways. The only interesting thing that happened was when I was filling up at this Love's truck stop, as whenever we fill up, we're supposed to get a mountain of points and use them for free sodas or a free shower. Unfortunately, this Love's was packed and I couldn't even find a parking spot in order to get a free shower, so I drove a couple miles down until I found this wide open parking lot where I could finally park. It had a Chinese buffet, so I can't be too mad, but I'm still annoyed that I didn't get a shower. But luckily, my next delivery is 15 minutes away from a terminal, so I'll be able to shower and do my laundry there. Unfortunately, this vlog is already getting super long, so we're going to have to continue the shower hunt in episode 3. Hopefully, I'll see you guys there, and I hope you were enjoying this little series so far. But I'll see you next time.